Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Today, let's talk about the current transit of Jupiter in Taurus and how it will impact your well being, your happiness, your journey as per your ascendant or the moon sign. I know I'm a bit late for this video because I have been healing from a very difficult throat infection. The month of February, March were so difficult. But yes, taking care of myself, improving every single day. And yeah, see, when I entered into this office of mine, what happened? The electricity backup absolutely failed. Okay, and the only source of light which I had was this ring light. So initially I thought, okay, I'm already late and now this. I felt so defeated and sad. But eventually I realized that this lighting looks beautiful. This warm glow reminds me the glow of Jupiter, the optimism, the warmth, the faith, the trust it brings in our lives. So I thought, let's shoot this video in this very same lighting. That's the decision of Jupiter. So Jupiter in Taurus, Jupiter in a place of challenges, because Jupiter in Taurus is in the enemy sign. Why enemy sign? Because here the wisdom, here the knowledge of self somewhere, is in a conflict with the sensual pleasures. It's in conflict with that need of instant comfort, instant gratification. So the major theme for Jupiter in Taurus is definitely the money. How to grow your finances, how to make things stable with respect to your money. It may be money versus relationships, and most importantly, it's your wisdom, how your inner compass is guiding you. Sometimes we do feel stuck in certain places, in certain decisions, with certain people, because we think that is very valuable to us. It is so important, so precious to us. But there's more to it. Sometimes our inner growth, our happiness is tied to such things. We think it's valuable, but it's not. That's why Jupiter is stuck in that place of comfort and pleasure, and it stops you from growing. It stops you from connecting with your higher self. That is the challenge of Jupiter in Taurus. So let's get started. Let's see how this transit is working for you. And if you haven't watched my other videos on this transit, Jupiter in Kritika Nakshatra and Jupiter's transit over natal planets in Taurus, then do watch it. Do watch them as well. Okay? Bye-bye. For Aries, Jupiter is right now transiting from your second house in Taurus. And this transit is definitely about money, finances, resources, how you're going to enhance your finances, how to grow your money, but more than that, how to save your finances as well. See, Jupiter is about the wisdom, and Taurus is about the pleasures, about the beauty, about the family, about the home, about the food you eat. So there is indulgence with this transit, eating good food, investing into such luxurious things which are helping you to look better, to groom yourself, good clothes, and so on. But also, Jupiter in your chart is the ninth lord, transiting from the second house. So this is about some kind of a gain from a guardian or a father figure.
there is financial gain coming through the family or someone very significant in your life, which is a positive point. On the difficult aspect of this transit is Rahu in Pisces. So Jupiter rules your 12th house as well. This is the house of subconscious, this is the house of foreign travels, expenditures. So Rahu here in Pisces brings unexpected expenditures. Maybe this is not about unexpected expenditure. For some people, it is just about indulgence. Sometimes, like you are confused about something, or there is some emotional challenge, and you're trying to settle it down. So we tend to get into this habit of spending money to make ourselves happy, to buy a lot of things. So Rahu in Pisces and Jupiter in Taurus aligned in this 12 and the second house, this shows spending just to find more pleasure, expenditures which are giving you a high happiness, but somewhere there's a lot of money going in drain. So you have to take care of how you spend your money. So Jupiter brings the growth, Rahu brings the expenditure, sometimes mindless expenditures. And it could also be you taking care of your health, because Scorpio is ruling over your 8th house of chronic health issues. Ketu is right now in the 6th house of acute health issues, and then Jupiter over here is aspecting the 6th and your 8th house together, 5th and the 7th aspect on the 6th and the 8th house. So this is about improving your health, taking care of your health, undergoing some kind of long-term treatment. So maybe that is leading to those expenditures. So Jupiter on one hand is bringing growth financially, bringing excellent opportunities to help you grow, because it also aspects the 10th house of profession. So it is about finding good opportunities financially, and also it is about tapping into the wisdom, tapping into your mind to know which opportunity is good for you and which opportunity is nothing but a downfall for you, because this aspect of Jupiter on the 10th house, because here Jupiter is debilitated in the 10th house, okay, it's not so great. This is the house of Capricorn. So over here your responsibilities may increase. You're expected to do such things which are not a part of your profile, but you are doing. So that wisdom, that skill set, the value you have, it's not being properly utilized, or what you are good at, you're not connecting to that talent of yours. Your work is demanding something else from you. So that kind of challenge may reach to you. Financially, I don't think there are struggles, but how you value your skill set and your work, over there you may see some struggles, because you know what you have and you're not getting that right place to grow. And further, as the 12th lord is transiting from the second house, this is also about trying to create your own space, trying to have your own privacy in certain matters of life, protecting something you value the most about yourself. You're not just trying to change yourself quickly because others are expecting you to do so in the family life. So again, the values you have are going to be in a conflict with other people's values. For Taurus, Jupiter is right now transiting from the first house, and it rules over the 8th house of transformation, highs and lows, And it also rules the 11th house of gains, profits, promotion, fulfillment of desires. So Jupiter is definitely going to bring financial growth and abundance exponentially, out of nowhere, in a very unexpected manner, achieving more than what you expected. Rahu right now in the 11th house in Pisces, it is creating some kind of uncertainty for you. Maybe this is not about money or finances or anything material, but it is in general, in a very soul level, spiritual level. Where am I going in this journey? Because what I wanted, I'm halfway to that destination. Some things were accomplished and few things, they're still hanging there, pending. So I had a design for my life and things are not happening the way I wanted. So that kind of feeling is coming through Rahu. And as Jupiter reaches your first house, it's leaving the 12th house. The Jupiter brings more clarity in your life, achieving that final direction. And it's not about, okay, you're getting exactly what you wanted, but you know now how to navigate and how to make those adjustments. And there is more fixation in your path, like, okay, let's do this, and you will see success in that path. So Jupiter brings a different path. It brings the wisdom to accept this new path in your life. There is a struggle to align your faith, align your value to this new path, because it is something which you never expected, but it's abundant and it's giving you a lot of happiness in the days to come. And yeah, financially you will see growth, but also financially not a great time to make any risky investment. Okay. And Jupiter also rules over your 8th house. So 8th house lord transiting from 1st house, that too in Taurus. This is about some kind of a gain through inheritance. This is also about dealing with certain challenges in the family life. These challenges can be related to the partnership, because Jupiter aspects the Scorpio ruled 7th house as well. And the 8th lord looking at the 7th house from the 1st house, this is definitely some kind of struggle in your partnership, in your love life as well, where understanding what the other person needs, or what are the intentions of the other person, dealing with that is difficult. You may feel that I'm very clear, I'm very positive, I'm so open with what I want, but the other person is really giving you a hard time to understand the things. So it could be a struggle with a family member, it could be a struggle with a partner. That kind of challenge may happen. And Jupiter also, it's looking at the Virgo ruled house, that is your 5th house, where there is Ketu. So this is a bliss. Jupiter looking at the 5th and the 9th house, this is a bliss. This is about divine protection, the divine helping you to move on, to move ahead in life. And the main theme is to look at yourself, to see what all areas of your life you're just looking at the face value of things. You're not trying to dive deeper into those aspects of your life and to confront them with wisdom. This is what you have to learn at this time. And of course, taking care of your looks and grooming, that is also happening in this duration. But remember, Jupiter in Taurus, in the sign of Venus, looking at the 5th and the 7th house, both are very important with respect to love and partnerships. So you may see things for what they are, understanding the ground reality of things, looking at the practical side of these aspects, it's important. For Gemini, Jupiter is transiting from the 12th house in Taurus. In your chart, Jupiter rules over the 7th house of collaborations, partnership, contracts, dealing with the public life. And also, 7th house is so important to know yourself as well, because through others you meet your own self. That's true. So Jupiter rules the 7th house. Jupiter also rules over the 10th house. So Jupiter in your chart rules over the Kendras. And this planet ruling over the Kendra houses going into the 12th house, this is a time where a foundation needs to be changed. Something about your life, you need to go back to your young age, to the young memories, going back to the history, the past of yours, to the very subconscious memories, and to uproot that and replace it with something more valuable and beautiful. This is about, you want to change something in your material life, you want to change something in your practical life. It could be your career, it could be love, it could be a partnership, it could be where you stand in society. You want to change these things, but these changes needs to be happened from the very core of your subconscious. Okay, in the daily life, no matter how many changes you are doing, it's like painting stuff from the outer surface, but going to the depth, going within. Jupiter in Taurus in the 12th house, what you valued the most at one point of time, maybe you may no longer value it, maybe no longer that serves you, and you need to change that. This is where the wisdom needs to be changed, that some awakening is required, because you see, Jupiter from here aspects the 8th house. 8th house ruled by Capricorn. Very rigid belief system somewhere, being stuck, not trying to forget something, not trying to move on from something. It is so rigid within you, some kind of belief system which was given to you, and it stops you from growing. So that is changing for you, and it's taking time. It takes a lot of patience to do that. With respect to money, with respect to career, Jupiter, 10th Lord in the 12th house, this is not bad. This is definitely not bad. But what it indicates is that maybe because you have Rahu in Pisces in the 10th house, so it could be you have to travel to a faraway place, to foreign lands, maybe a faraway state. Some distance needs to be traveled at this time, and it will help you with the financial growth you wanted. Maybe simply it's a shift with respect to your job place, and now you have to travel more to reach to that place. Jupiter here indicates that going into a phase of like a hibernation, okay, slowing down a bit and making important changes in your skill set, in your career, to see more growth in your profession. Your work will be definitely valued. You're initiating that process of doing so, because Rahu in Pisces in the 10th house, somewhere it will give you a feeling that whatever you are doing now, that is not sufficient. Maybe you're doing very well at this time in your career, but what Rahu is creating, it's creating some uncertainty regarding, okay, I have to do more, I have to do this or that, to make my career more secure. Maybe you have a certain skill set and you want to add more things in your life, to add more of skills or value to your work. So going into a phase of I won't say not stagnation, it would be more of hibernation, to think and do more. Jupiter also brings the need to take a little rest from your work and to look deeper into your life, taking care of a lot of things in your life, maybe your relationship, maybe your family life. So a lot of figuring out is happening with this transit. And Jupiter is aspecting the fourth house where there is Ketu in Virgo. So definitely it's a timeout period. It's a timeout period to take care of your own needs, number one. Taking a break from some kind of a routine is happening. Maybe emotionally there's a disconnect with someone with whom you had a long history of connection, a bond, a family member. It could be taking a break to take care of your own needs. And then Jupiter aspects the 6th and the 8th house, ruled by Scorpio and Capricorn. Again, this is about taking care of your health. Health needs the first, I would say, it should be a first priority. It needs your first attention. Because whatever you are going through, it directly impacts your health. The emotional health impacting the physical health. And I think Jupiter in Taurus in 12th house is great to go back to what makes you happy. Your mind will guide you, your wisdom will guide you. Okay, do this and see how you heal. So that healing happens here. For Cancer, Jupiter is transiting from 11th house in Taurus. In your chart, Jupiter is a friendly planet. Jupiter rules the 6th and the 9th house. Jupiter is a good friend to Moon. So Jupiter transiting from 11th house in Taurus is actually giving you good gains. Financial growth will be there. And it is also bringing wonderful opportunities because it is the 9th lord. And in the 9th house, there is Rahu in Pisces. So these placements are giving you good opportunities with respect to career, with respect to enhancing your finances. But Rahu may also bring some risky opportunities as well. They may look amazing, they may look great, but again you have to dive deeper to understand, will these opportunities are going to give you just initial boost and later on there is nothing much for the future. And like finding long-term opportunities, finding such opportunities which can give you great growth. You're looking for that because Taurus is about grounding, stability, security. So you may see certain opportunities which may look initially very great, but they're not so great for the long term. But definitely Jupiter here brings a new start with respect to the career. It could be you're moving into a new place. It could be you're in the same company, but the designation gets better. The finances do get better. So Jupiter gives you a great positive start, a boost in the professional journey, and it is also making you happy. You'll be very happy about your achievements. Now from there, Jupiter aspects the 3rd house where there is Ketu in Virgo. This is definitely some challenge with respect to the siblings. No, I'm not saying that it's a major battle or conflict, but maybe you are trying to explain something good to the other person, because this is 11th house is also about humanitarian deeds. So you are definitely a giver here. You're trying to explain something to someone. Maybe it's your family member. You have your pure intentions, but that person may not understand it. That person may think you are being very harsh. So this is the house of communication. So I think Jupiter here also is saying that you need to be more wiser when it comes to helping others. Not everyone needs your help. Okay, like you have to choose how to help others before it backfires you. And then Jupiter also aspects the 5th house ruled by Scorpio. So this is about a very huge change in how you emotionally deal with the things, how you emotionally deal with your friends, maybe with someone you love, how you treat your children. There is some change in the dynamics here, learning to be wiser, learning to be more smart in how you deal with your loved ones. That is what you have to learn the most. And then it also aspects the 7th house ruled by Capricorn. This is about some kind of addition in life. It could be you starting with a new business. It could be a new collaboration, getting along with a friend or very known person to start with a new business or a collaboration. This could also be a new initiation with respect to love, finding someone significant. Because from the 11th house, Jupiter is looking at the 5th and the 7th house both. So Jupiter brings that support through the 7th house. But also, as Jupiter aspects the 7th house, which is ruled by Capricorn, a sign where the Jupiter debilitates, this also shows that there is some criticism you're going to face from the 7th house people. It could be your partner, it could be the public life, it could be the clients. Some criticism is there, and you have to be very firm while dealing with the people. You have to be very stable here. You don't have to show your emotions. You don't have to take everything emotionally at the work front. So that wisdom needs to be there. Learning how to deal with the world without involving your emotions every time. But overall, Jupiter is helping you to acquire what you desire, what you want to achieve. Yes, definitely. It's a forward movement with this transit. For Leo, Jupiter is transiting from the 10th house in Taurus right now. It rules over the 5th house of potential, happiness, and skills. This house is very significant with respect to the Purva Punya. And the 8th house is also ruled by Jupiter. And over there in the 8th house, there is Rahu in Pisces. So 8th Lord transiting from 10th house, there is again some kind of reinitiation. Something was pending. You were stuck emotionally maybe, and you were unable to do your work. Maybe a project was stuck. Maybe you were confused about your next move in the career. So this is about again reinitiating something, starting to work again, starting to put your best efforts in your work, adding more value in your work, adding more the best you have within, doing that. The performance is getting better, the best skills of yours, the best efforts, and the best creativity you have, all the best stuff in you, putting into your work and adding more value to what you are doing. So 8th Lord transiting from the 10th house, this is about reinitiation, but in this process things may happen a bit slowly. They're not happening very quickly, and there's a reason for it, because also you have Rahu in the 8th house right now in Pisces. So there are times when you may see a sudden boost, growth in your career, and there are times when you may see things are a bit stagnant, and it leads to some fear within. Am I on the right path? Am I doing the right work or not? you are wondering if your decision is right or not. That's the struggle with Rahu, because Rahu knows how to get the grip on you, how to create the fear within you. And here the fear is about future, the future of your career and of your finances. And also Rahu here may create some fear regarding the family life, maybe health of someone, maybe some decision needs to be made in the family life regarding the finances, something significant. So it creates that tension. And Jupiter, the positive part, it's the fifth lord transiting from the 10th house. So, whatever efforts you are doing, it will give you success. There is growth. Maybe there is not much financial abundance, but your reach, your success, how you are creating a beautiful foundation for your work, for your future achievements. Jupiter is giving that advancement to you. And being also the lord of the Purva Punya house, transiting from 10th house, this could also be that it's like a payback time. You have to do something for a very close person around you. You have to use your wisdom, maybe your money, maybe your love, to enhance the life of a loved one, to support someone. Like it's a duty within to treat this person like a family member, to have that mental strength, and to have that confidence to do something for the other person, where you are not doing something for yourself, but you are taking care of that other person. That sacrifice kind of thing I do see with the Jupiter, because ultimately Jupiter is in a house of Saturn, Capricorn. Okay, so here you are taking care of the needs of people more than yourself. That becomes the theme. And why I'm saying this again, because see, Jupiter also aspects the Ketu in the second house in Virgo, trying to cut away certain ties. But it also shows that sharing a past with someone, it's time to give something to that person. So like few may resonate with this and some people may not resonate with this, but definitely there is something about a duty to do something for others. And Jupiter also, how it aspects the second house, it could be that Ketu in Virgo is creating a block with respect to money. Like you want to do something, but you have a certain budget to do your work, to live your life maybe beautifully, to carry on with your expenditures. But Jupiter helps here to remove the block. It gives you more financial freedom to do things for yourself. And Jupiter also aspects the fourth house, Scorpio ruled, and this is showing some kind of a major property deal is being made, because Saturn also aspects the Scorpio from the seventh house. So some significant decision is being made at your home regarding a property, regarding a vehicle, something about changing few things in your house. Okay. And Jupiter also aspects the sixth house ruled by Capricorn. So yes, you are facing competition and you are much triggered by the competition you may see at the work front. But all you need is your dedication, constant efforts, and you will succeed. For Virgo, Jupiter is transiting from the ninth house in Taurus, and it rules over the fourth house of domestic front, emotional well-being, mental peace. This is your home. Okay. And it also rules the seventh house of public life, meeting people. This is the house of collaborations, partnerships, business. And over there in the seventh house, there is Rahu in Pisces already. So the Jupiter transiting from the ninth house, it initiates a journey of better understanding of your spiritual path. Like this is the next level in your spiritual journey, where whatever you have learned till now, you really want to implement it in your real life. Now the spirituality is not just about connecting closer to the god, but here the spirituality is about whatever you have learned till now and how can I apply it in my real life, how to make my life much better, much stable, and grounded by using the spiritual knowledge I have. Spiritual learning that the spirituality is not just about isolating the self and finding that mental peace, but also learning to be a part of world and being more aware of self, and yet you are participating in this world, dealing with everything, not escaping it, because Rahu is bringing that need to escape in the seventh house. Ketu already, it's in the first house in Virgo, and it brings this need to let go a lot of burden you carry, and that is a good thing, to get rid of the things which are no longer significant in your life, removing that burden and that pain. But Ketu is also creating such scenarios where you don't want to deal at all. Few things you have to face, and still maybe internally you're not ready to face them right now. And what Rahu is doing in the seventh house is, okay, maybe not today, we deal with this tomorrow. So that kind of attitude is created by Rahu. Like, if I feel comfortable, I'm doing this. If I'm not, I'm not doing this. So Jupiter, till now it was in your eighth house, somewhere the power of yours, confronting with the world, it was suppressed. Now it's moving into the ninth house. It gives you a push, it gives you the optimism to face things with more courage, tapping into the wisdom, helping you to deal with the world. Okay, and yes, Jupiter being the seventh lord in the ninth house, it really helps you to move forward in your relationships. If anything was stuck, where there were challenges with respect to emotional compatibility, things will get slightly better with this placement. And Jupiter also brings more happiness. Jupiter is helping you to see things in a very bright and positive manner. Now, from the ninth house, Jupiter will aspect the first house ruled by ruled by Virgo, and then over there right now we have Ketu. And this is a great help to you. The divine is helping you. You have a lot of support. And secondly, this is you trying to get rid of certain blocks in your life. Maybe you will do very well with respect to your health. You will do very well in taking care of your own needs, reorganizing your life. That is happening with this. Jupiter's aspect on the third house ruled by Scorpio, and this house is getting the aspect of Rahu as well. This house is getting the aspect of Saturn as well. Great changes are happening with this house. If you have a fear of speaking, if you have something very suppressed in you, you're finally trying to talk about it. You're trying to be in your power, and you're using your courage to take actions in life. Jupiter aspecting the fifth house ruled by Capricorn, trying to improve your bond with your children if you have children. This could also be about trying to improve your skill set, acquiring more knowledge, because Jupiter is transiting from ninth house of higher learning. So it could be about higher learning. And that higher learning in return is improving your skill set, your knowledge, maybe the ability to execute your skills into your work, how to execute your skills, your knowledge. Over there, you have to work the most. So you're learning that, and it will bring good success. For Libra, Jupiter is transiting from your eighth house in Taurus, and it rules over the third house of communication, courage, decision making ability. It also rules the sixth house of obstacles, conflicts, challenges, competition, and also this is the house of victory. So, Rahu is already there in the sixth house, Pisces, and then the sixth lord is transiting from the seventh house in Taurus. Now, this transit is about learning to support yourself, to support your decisions, to support the values you have, because Jupiter over here wants you to bring a very huge change in your life. Sixth Lord transiting from eighth house. This is about moving beyond the obstacles, moving beyond a certain setup in life which looks so huge, so difficult to get rid of, to move beyond, but you are taking your time, you're doing your best to do it. And being the third lord in the eighth house, this is about tapping into the wisdom, how to trust your decisions, how to have faith in your value, the good things you have in life, the good things you carry with yourself, your qualities as well. You have something brilliant with yourself. Trust it, even if it's not giving you huge improvement or success. Because eighth house, and then there is Jupiter in Taurus, this is about trying to ground yourself. Instead of being in your thoughts, instead of being in a very overwhelming state, learning to see what is important, what is necessary, and to make yourself more stable in your journey, to take such decisions which are helping you to find that stability. So you may struggle with moving ahead in life. You may struggle with competition. You may struggle with taking decisions, how to take a decision over here, because you feel stuck because of maybe the family, because Jupiter from the seventh house, it's aspecting the eighth house. You may feel stuck because of the memories you already have, the subconscious, because Jupiter also aspects the 12th house where there is Ketu in Virgo. The past scenarios, the challenges you have faced, all coming up and blocking you. So Jupiter is about faith, to get going with whatever you have in your hands, and don't trust much in what others have to say, but trust more on your own self. This is about like a rebirth, like a transformation. You're getting stronger and more powerful. Rahu is in the sixth house in Pisces, and what is it doing right now? It is just giving you wrong estimation. Certain areas of life, yes, you know exactly what is happening, but as Rahu is in Pisces and Jupiter goes into the eighth house, this is about sometimes we don't have the right idea of what's going on in a certain situation. We tend to have an idea, okay, maybe this is the truth, but that is not the truth. We are making our problems more difficult. They're not that difficult, but it's like overestimation of something. This is huge, this is difficult. So learning to see the reality for what it is, don't overestimate, don't create stories in your head. Like you are blocking your own path with this particular transit. But this is also about hugely working on your health. Okay, sixth lord transiting from eighth house. learning to be very specific with what you eat. And yeah, mainly the food. I see it's mainly the food, because either there is overindulgence and then one ruins the health, and either you're very particular about what you eat, and especially even your medicines. Don't self medicate yourself. So these things are so important right now. You need to take care of all of these things. On the other hand, Jupiter in the eighth house in Taurus is bringing sudden expansion or growth in your wealth out of nowhere. Maybe it's inheritance, maybe it's something you did in the past, and that hard work, that value which you added into your work, it's going to give you good success. And the main theme of this transit is to hold on and to work a lot on polishing your skills and the great things about yourself. Don't be ignorant about the great things you have. Learn to trust the best things about yourself. Even you may feel it's not so special about you, a certain quality, but it's very, very special. And it aspects the Ketu in Virgo in the 12th house. This is about, don't limit yourself, don't restrict yourself from great dreams, whatever you want to achieve in life, because Ketu is minimizing those dreams in the Virgo 12th house. That self narrative, I can't go beyond this, can't do that. Maybe right now you don't have the clarity, but what you can do is to be very positive about your life. And then Jupiter aspects the fourth house ruled by Capricorn. So this is definitely about some kind of gain of wealth or finances from family, some inheritance, or making some important deal with respect to your property. So that is happening. Something regarding the family, the ancestral wealth, a certain decision is being made here. For Scorpio, Jupiter is transiting from your seventh house in Taurus, and Jupiter is aspecting the first house ruled by Scorpio, and this very same house is being aspected by Rahu as well, Saturn as well. So this transit, even though it's happening in the seventh house of public affairs, partnerships, relationship, but whatever happens in the domain of the seventh house, it straight away changes a lot about you, how you deal with others, how you are choosing people in your life. Everything changes here. Your way of dealing with the world, it really needs to be changed. You should be more selective, or you should only be with those people who value you, who are adding value to your life. Learning to do that, this is what Jupiter is bringing. In your chart, Jupiter rules over the second house of family, the wealth and the value, and it also rules over the fifth house, which is the house of potential, happiness, celebration, purva punya. And then there is Rahu in Pisces in the fifth house. So fifth lord in the seventh house in Taurus, and then Rahu in Pisces. This is about meeting new people. Definitely it could be romantically, it could be meeting new people with respect to collaboration, business, partnerships, making new friends as well. But as we have Rahu already in the Pisces, this is about not reaching to some kind of conclusion with the people in your life, not reaching to this final decision that, oh, this is a great person or she is a great person. And you cannot make those decisions, because Rahu in Pisces, this is about, one day everything looks great, and tomorrow it looks very dicey and challenging. You don't know what's happening. So with respect to love, with respect to partnership, you may see a lot of people in your life. You may see great friends or collaborations happening. You may see that these people are adding a lot of value in your life, in your career, and so on. But easily they can also step back from you. Easily they can just, keep you in doubt. So you have to be selective who enters into your life and who doesn't enters into your life. And this is also about, as I said, this is the house of Purva Punya, and the Jupiter goes into the seventh house, meeting with people with whom you may have a certain debt over here, where you have to be like a family. You have to establish a connection here, to establish a bond with these people. And it's not easy. Why? Because in this entire process of being with new people or making new collaborations, you have to also take care of yourself. Is this person adding more happiness or stability in my life, or is this person just challenging me and confusing me all the time, keeping me in some kind of illusion? So this is what you have to learn. Jupiter in Taurus is very fruitful to initiate with some kind of collaboration. That collaboration will give you a very good start. But eventually, you may feel that there is not much gain. To give a boost, it's great. But on a long-term basis, you may learn with this collaboration a lot about relationships. You may learn a lot about the give and take, how to value yourself. Again, that is the theme coming through the Jupiter in Taurus. And Jupiter being the second lord in the seventh house, this is about participating in some kind of family event. It could be, initiating with a new relationship. This could also be, investing some money you saved till now into your business. And the Jupiter from here, the Jupiter also indicates some kind of popularity as well at your work front. You are being respected and admired in the public life. But again, what challenges the Jupiter right now is the Rahu in Pisces. Not looking at the full reality. There is some uncertainty lies around here. You may meet people who can create beauty in your life. You may meet people who may create a void in your life, and then you may doubt your own worth. And Jupiter aspects the Ketu in the 11th house in Virgo. This is about, some stagnation followed by great financial growth, financial abundance happening here. If you are facing some sluggish growth in your finances, I think Jupiter is helping you. It will boost your finances. And if people are talking behind your back or there is some criticism, Jupiter will help you to emerge out of it. People will see that value in your work. And it also aspects the third house ruled by Capricorn. So this is about confronting your issues with the people, communicating with a lot of confidence with the people. You're doing your hard work in silence. No, sometimes it doesn't work. So this is about showing your worth. Like, this is what I do. Speak about what you truly do, what you are adding to other people's life and the work. So overall, great upliftment with money and the career, but the relationships are definitely under test because Jupiter here is an enemy sign. So it's like the duality here happening, which is some people are really great. They will give you great ideas, and some are here just to test you and test your self-confidence. Jupiter for Sagittarius rising or the Sagittarius moon, well, it's transiting from the sixth house in Taurus. So over here, Jupiter is helping you to greatly improve your well-being, what you eat. You have to take care of what you eat, your daily routine, and also to limit certain things in your life. Stop the overindulgence because you may be drawn towards uh, certain foods, certain habits which are just about pleasure. It makes you happy. It just creates a quick fix in your life. But this may cost you with respect to your health. So that awakening, that tapping into that wisdom, how to take care of yourself and what is good and what is not so great for you, this is the main theme for Sagittarius. In your chart, Jupiter rules the first house and it rules the fourth house. First house is about the physical self, your well being, your personality, your attitude towards life, and then also rules the fourth house where there is Rahu. And Rahu in Pisces is definitely impacting this transit of Jupiter as well. Fourth house is about home, fourth house is about mental peace. This is about the overall emotional security. So Rahu in Pisces in the fourth house and Jupiter in the sixth house, this is about getting rid of the emotional blocks. Maybe there are certain things which are not so real. Like if there's a situation in your life, anything, you may see that as a very huge problem. We say it as great worry over nothing. Maybe I'm not saying that your problem is not so big, but whatever it is, there's a lot of illusion regarding it. There's more of a built up with respect to that, but it's not so huge and you can go beyond that obstacle. Financially also, you're trying to uplift yourself, and maybe you are trying to get rid of a certain loan or something, and it will happen in this period, getting rid of that particular loan, and then from here starts that upliftment and growth. But Rahu keeps you confused about certain things in your life, and I think that confusion is initiating from your home. Maybe you are responsible for certain financial help, maybe you have to take care of someone's health. So something about home, it looks like an obstacle, like it limits you to go far in life right now in this transit. But it's okay, like the Jupiter is saying, whatever effort you are taking right now, whatever you are doing, the best you are doing, it is helping you to create a very good foundation for your money, for your career, for your growth. And this is also about a lot of limitations you think you have, like created by yourself, because Jupiter is the first lord in the sixth house in Taurus. There is a battle between I should be in this place makes me happy and stable, but yet this place is not taking me anywhere. So I have to get out of my comfort zone to achieve it. So this is what Jupiter is doing. Learning to, get rid of those pleasures, those comfortable places, and to challenge yourself to go higher. Because when you challenge yourself, you will get fitter. When you challenge yourself, you will look for better opportunities. So this is all is happening. And Jupiter from the sixth house, it will look at the 10th house where there is Ketu in Virgo. So Ketu may be creating some sluggishness in your career. Maybe it's not about slowing down, but it's about not very satisfied with what you are doing. I'm doing my best, yet I don't see the result. So that could be the thing. And Jupiter will bring something valuable, like a spark, like something positive, which will make you happy. It will keep you motivated in your career path. And if you're struggling with some competition, you will go beyond that competition. You will win. You will see the success in that competition. And Jupiter will also aspect the 12th house ruled by Scorpio, and the Scorpio is getting the aspect of even Rahu, even the aspect of Saturn. The 12th house is under the spell of Rahu, Saturn, Jupiter. There's a lot again in the mind, a narrative, a way of thinking, which is not so real. You can get rid of that thought. Okay, that functionality is being challenged. Like, you can do a lot, but the mind is not free to do and execute. There is this emotional draining happening with these aspects. But Jupiter is acting like a blessing, like it will show you the light and it will tell you what to do first, how to initiate certain things towards your self improvement, towards your career and your money. But Jupiter is not so great here with respect to the compatibility with the family members. And from the sixth house, it also aspects the second house ruled by Capricorn. Like, some people are very rigid in your life, they don't want to change towards you, so you may struggle with that. For Capricorn, Jupiter is transiting from your fifth house in Taurus. In your chart, Jupiter rules the 12th house, and it also rules over the third house, where there is Rahu in Pisces. So, what Jupiter is bringing for you, being the 12th Lord, transiting from Taurus in the 5th house, this is about awakening. This is about learning to see the beautiful parts of you as a person, as a professional, as a soul, to acknowledge the beauty, to acknowledge the great things in your life. That awakening is happening here with this Jupiter's transit. You will be happy. You will choose things which are making you happy, whether it's your friendships, whether it's your career, whether it's just a hobby. You are doing things which are really giving you a lot of pleasure and happiness. It's not about choosing these things to get away from any challenging situation, but it's about getting rid of the challenges, getting rid of a certain pain or harsh emotion, and doing the best you can to awaken yourself. And Jupiter also rules the third house, and it's in the fifth house. Okay, Rahu is in Pisces in your third house. This is about certain decisions are pending, and you have to make those decisions now. Maybe what you are doing is you're looking for the bigger picture, you're looking at the final point. You're not thinking about the plan, the structure, the execution of what you want to do in life. But what your mind is doing is straight away looking at the final picture, and it's stuck there. That final outcome, the final success, and what needs to be done, it's not being done right now. So Jupiter brings the need to do things right now, to initiate. For a lot of people, this is a hobby transformed into a career. For a lot of people, it's just about connecting with those activities and things which you truly enjoyed as a child. You love doing these creative works, and you will find a lot of happiness. But there is a stuck energy for Capricorn, because of course Jupiter is a challenging planet for you as per the lordship. And then as it transits from fifth house of potential, and in the third house of decision making, there is Rahu and Pisces. It's difficult. Somewhere the mind is stuck, maybe in a bad decision, maybe in a certain mistake you did in the past, and you feel that, what if I make that same mistake again? What if I won't be able to manage this plan of mine, this next step of mine, next phase of mine? So that doubt comes from Rahu. And more than explaining yourself to others, because Rahu here is in the house of communication. You're trying to speak and say whatever you can so that you may feel a release, but Rahu is not helping in that aspect. It's more of internalizing and finding one step at one time, taking one step at one time and executing your plans. Okay, this is about also popularity. You may get popular because of some creative work of yours. Maybe it's a writing work, maybe it's how you sing. It's a part of your potential, something so beautiful about you, and this will bring popularity and financial growth. From the fifth house, Jupiter aspects the ninth house where there is Ketu in Virgo. This is great upliftment with respect to your spiritual path. I think a lot of things over here are are going to be given to the divine, like that surrender happens from here. I value myself and rest I'm giving to the divine. That surrender comes in, and then you see the magic. Again, Ketu and Virgo is showing you need not to know the final picture. All you have to do is to do your best and then let go. Let's see what happens. And the Jupiter is also helping you with your studies, with your higher learning as well. Jupiter will aspect the 11th house ruled by Scorpio, and the 11th house right now is not just under the influence of Jupiter but also under the influence of Rahu and the Saturn. So what's happening with these aspects is you are trying to expand your income. You want to have this breakthrough, you want to break a certain pattern of your earning, you want to break a certain pattern of a role you perform at the work front, you want to go higher, and it will happen. Jupiter will help you to go beyond that threshold. So there is great growth in a very unexpected manner. Yeah, Scorpio is like that only. Unexpectedly you achieve so much. And then the Jupiter also aspects the first house ruled by Capricorn. This is going to be very good. Why? Because again, you're choosing happiness. You're choosing a bit of light-hearted energy to achieve your goals. You don't have to be too harsh on self, because Capricorn is a difficult sign when it comes to choosing happiness in life. So, yeah, Jupiter brings that positive vibe and optimism for you. For Aquarius, Jupiter is transiting from the fourth house, and in your chart, the Jupiter is ruling over the 11th house of gains, profits, and fulfillment, and also it is ruling over the second house of family ties. This is the house of values you carry in this journey, what you immediately learn as soon as you are born in this world. So, Jupiter in Taurus in the fourth house, there's a great focus towards the luxury of life, towards good food, towards a better living, taking care of your needs, taking care of your more of the material aspect in your life, pampering yourself. This is what the main focus is for Aquarius rising. It is bringing some light-hearted energy and positivity for Aquarius people, because you have Saturn in the first house right now and then Rahu in the second house. It's difficult, the responsibilities, the career, there's a lot going on. These are very vital houses with respect to your journey. Okay, so you have these two planets here. There's a lot of work going on, and the Jupiter brings that shell, that very safe place where you can nourish yourself and you're taking care of what you eat, and like not the healthy food, but it's like pampering yourself, doing what enjoy a lot. It makes you happy. Choosing that happiness is what matters a lot right now. as Jupiter is the second house ruler in the fourth house, and Rahu is in Pisces right now in the second house. This is creating some confusion in the family life. Maybe it's a decision like, okay, where we have to move. You have to move to a different place, maybe a different city, or buy a house. So these changes are happening for you. Simply, it's not about even moving to a different place. It could be trying to sort out certain differences with the family members. Maybe there's some decision needs to be made with respect to money, like how we can invest our money, how can we save more money, what to buy, what to avoid at this time. Some collective decision needs to be made with respect to money or home or family, and you may see some differences in that. Rahu in Pisces in the second house is also indicating a certain future liabilities with respect to finances. Like in the future, maybe you have to invest your money somewhere. Maybe it's just about the family planning and you want to create more resources. So you will have a great emphasis in creating a very safe place for yourself and your family. So maybe you are using your money, investing your money to create better services, better care for your loved ones. So the entire focus is definitely towards the home and the domestic front. And the Rahu shows here that there are certain people with whom you may have differences, like you are stuck. There is no closure with these differences. You have your own story, they have their own way of thinking, so it's not happening. So you may feel stuck with some people, like they are very rigid, they're not changing, and you're also not changing your ways. So this may challenge your relationships with people. But Jupiter is also ruling over the 11th house, and as it transits from the 4th house, you're definitely cultivating certain friendships, and these people will be very important in your life. You may get a good support from your friends, or whatever friendship you create right now, these people will add more value in your life. They may help you a lot at this time. And this could also be that some people see some value in you, and that's why they want to be great friends to you. Okay, so you're a very valuable person, and they see you as this great value and they want to be with you. And Jupiter from here aspects the 8th house where there is Ketu in Virgo. So this is about removing a certain block of fear. You will get rid of a certain fear very easily now. You may think, oh my god, why I was thinking so much about it. It's nothing. It's nothing huge. I can easily leave this thing behind and I will be successful. I don't have to think much about it. So that is a very good thing. And you're focusing more on your health. If you have some chronic health issue, I think Jupiter will help you to see what can be done about this issue. How can I change my lifestyle? How can I change a certain habit so I can be better with my health? Okay, some financial expenditures are there with respect to your health and family life as well, because Jupiter also aspects the 12th house of expenditures ruled by Capricorn. You don't want to spend, but it's ultimately happening. You have to do this. There is certain liability which you have to fulfill, so it leads to that expenditure. And Jupiter also indicates that maybe because of your work you have to travel or move to a different place, and this will lead to more financial stability. There's some movement because even though Jupiter is in a sign which is the earth sign, a stable sign, but it aspects the 10th house of career, which is ruled by Scorpio. So maybe your designation is changing, maybe your job role is changing, uh, maybe there is this opportunity and you feel very uneasy about it, like how can I handle this situation, but you're successfully doing that. Hi everyone, let's talk about Pisces. For Pisces, Jupiter is transiting from Taurus, that is your third house in your chart. Jupiter is ruling over the first as well as the 10th house. Here, Jupiter is helping you to see the value in your efforts, to see the value in what you have done till now and what you are doing right now and what you will be doing in the future. You must establish the faith and the trust in what you bring to the table, learning to do that. Because you have right now Rahu in the first house in Pisces. So, what Rahu is doing, Rahu shows a very incomplete picture about life. Like you're doing great things, but at the back of your mind, you're worried about the outcome, you're worried about something pending from the past, maybe a work project, maybe it's a pending conversation with a loved one, a person. You don't know where it will go and what will happen. So, Rahu creates that struggle. Today, you're doing very well and the entire day was productive, but tomorrow you are somewhere stuck and you're not being able to do anything. So Rahu is bringing that back and forth energy, and the Jupiter transiting from third house in Taurus, it wants you to be consistent with your efforts, concrete efforts towards your work, towards your craft, because it also rules the 10th house of profession. So, anyway, I'm doing it. This is what you are doing. Yeah, I have a doubt about the outcome, but still, I'll do my best. I'm giving my best shot. I value what I have. So, when you do that thing with trust and faith, you will see great results. So Rahu is a bit of challenging energy right now in the first house, because it's hard to look at the complete picture of life right now. And there is a lot of internal fear and doubt, which is also caused by Saturn in Aquarius in the 12th house. Maybe you are in a job and the night and days are like same. You're doing so much, like a workaholic, and you can't see relief. So Jupiter brings in this emotion that I really want to celebrate my life. I want to, have a break and do my things happily. I want to focus on my hobbies. I want to focus on my happiness. I want to focus on my important friendships and connections. So you're trying to do that as well. It's bringing more value and happiness in your life, not just, sitting in a chamber and doing your work all day, all night. So that positive change, that positive growth is happening here. There can be a bit of dissatisfaction in the profession, where you feel that what you are doing, it's not well valued. Like maybe the income is not that much the way you want it. So some struggle is there, because Jupiter from the third house, it aspects the Capricorn ruled house, which is the 11th house. So you may see growth, but it's like not what you expected to have. And your role at the work front, it's getting more difficult. Like you have a lot of duties on your shoulders. Jupiter will also aspect the 7th house ruled by Virgo. Over there we have Ketu right now. So Jupiter's aspect on the 7th house, this is also about trying to work on certain relationships where there is some kind of challenge. Learning to value what you have to offer in a partnership, in a relationship. Because Ketu straight away indicates here that in this transit, you may feel that the other person is not giving value to you, or there is some kind of criticism coming from the seventh house. Maybe it's a business partner, maybe it's client, maybe it's just someone you know, you meet this person on a regular basis. There is criticism here, and this criticism is for nothing. You feel challenged by someone who actually doesn't see any worth in you, someone who is clueless about his or her own life. You're dealing with someone like that. So Jupiter aspecting this shows going beyond such kind of people, leaving these people behind. And also this indicates that if you are in some struggle, in conflict with someone, maybe a contract, maybe it's just someone significant in your life, trying to work on that, trying to improve that, working on it to see a certain outcome over here, because you want to resolve something about your seventh house. You cannot take it longer into the future. So maybe when you see a lot of value in self, you will automatically go beyond this obstacle, or either you will speak your truth, what you want, what you want in this bond or relationship or in this partnership, clearing what you want. This will help you to move on. And the Jupiter will also aspect the ninth house ruled by Scorpio, and this house is also right now aspected by Rahu and Saturn. So this house, the ninth house, is so vital with respect to the opportunities. You may find great opportunities at this time, but you may feel that this is not so great, this may not help me. But later on, these opportunities may transform into very huge opportunities. They're bringing so much for you, such huge transformation. So definitely there are more opportunities waiting for you, and there is an opportunity to even travel for higher learning, maybe for your profession, which will give you success.